Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and to get the news version earlier, you can go to Patreon. It's $3 a month for this and other games. So, on the last Let's Play, we went to Lake Emma, basically to the water to go cool off and talk about some things like, hey, how there's maybe war coming and we got weapons? Yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those mining massacre things. But yeah, while we're out there, we found Murdoch, who basically was, you know, vomiting and stuff like that. I was thinking, maybe he's on drugs, because we know he's on some sort of drug. Or drugs. And he was like, yeah, I was taking pictures with my brother-in-law of the mines because he's a geologist. And there were doors in the mines, and I opened the doors, and then we were outside, and then there were people behind the doors and stuff like that. So it could have been gases or, you know, echo madness or whatever. Then we shared some stories here, and we're at the stag. Doing hoedowns and hootenannies, maybe. So, reset face. And continue. Hey Samuel? Yeah? Do you think we could have a dance tonight? No? He frowns at me. Please? I'm bad at dancing, Nick. But you've been doing it in all the other routes. Come on. That's not true. I know you know how to move. Still don't like it. I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but I heard this conversation. I feel much better talking. And after the solid food and liquids. It got me thinking. I've played here on occasion, and I know the guitarist. I could play something special for you two to dance to. You could? I don't like it when you think. I don't like it when you think. When your brain doing the thinking. But yeah, this is definitely the dancing scene. Oh please, Sam. Just this last time. He said that we might not ever come here again. Are we leaving that soon? I mean, I know we're getting it tomorrow night, but still. He's guilting me. He's guilting me. And it's working. Damn it. Okay. But you better not step on me. You're big. I won't. He looks nervous, but the fact that he might breaks that promise. Let me see what I can do then. Oh, we're starting this episode off good. They're gonna get this money's worth out of this song.
Wind rocks the desert night, the summer sand. Natural things, naturally, what frontiersmen should understand. And nothing's more natural than knowing how to move. Here's a tune about an ache that we can soothe. Let's reenact a snappy scene that duds might find mundane. About a pair of partners who went up and missed their train. One grabbed the other's wrist and asked him, buy a man some hooch. Of course the other said, we'll slire another working pooch. He tossed and taps a shoulder blade as temperance flies the coop. Then eyes meet eyes and glass meets glass as whiskers start to droop. Well, if you're feeling spry and gay, I think you know what's next. Lock eye to eye and elbows hooked and keep your partner flexed.
You guys gotta dance.
Wet your whistle, quench your thirst, though it be hard to see. Having vice ain't always nice, but hey, at least you're free. Now take a dip and hook his hip. Remind me of that scene where words pass lips between the sips and somewhere rather mean. But hey, they're pressed in closer. Hey, their courage bloomed, and hey, they're They're taking wagers, boasting over which their manhood loom. Though thigh to thigh and pockets frisky,
They aren't doing anything, I swear.
Got a different kind of drink for you, I simply must insist. Mind grows foggy as those spirits fade. Look now how morning light is seizing our charade. Ruffled slacks, sweaty backs, all about the floor. Revel quietly as others about you snore. Lock gazes and think upon my scene. You may find the things they hadn't yet and thoughts between. Lovers light, morning dark, and everything you know. There's many locks and keys as you allow.
Is that a sex thing? That's one thing I really hate, is that you got some good-ass stories. And got some good-ass scenes. Like the intro to Neko Jishi. And yet anime's like, we need to do reincarnated as the lady's panties in another world again. Also, the panties are like super strong or something, and it's like, I don't think there is an anime called or manga of ladies' panties, but still, it's like, come on, Japan. There's a market for furries. You need to do more than Beastars and Brand New Animal. Especially since the manga for Beastars ends so, terribly. It was so bad, I was like, wait, it's over? That was the ending? Really? But anyways, reset face. We're tired, dirty, dizzy. I told you you'd step on my foot. And I told you that you enjoy it. Daddy? Getting stepped on? That was fun. It was really fun. Nick is smiling ear to ear. The rest of the friends got stone drunk or fell asleep. Yao said he'd meet us again at this spot by the lake, right? Right. Tonight or tomorrow? It shouldn't be tonight, right? That's in the opposite direction. I'm going back home to get my helmet first. We don't need your helmet? We agreed that we're going back for the gold tomorrow night. He just wanted to talk details. But I want my helmet. It's getting dark. But there's plenty of starlight. He doesn't listen to me. Instead, he just walks faster. I guess he might have very poor night vision, even though he's a badger. I know he can be stubborn at times, but it's bizarre to see him this fixated on something. We finally get back to the shack. He creeps to the door, extra quiet. Then, I hear the screen door and the wooden door creak as he starts to shuffle through the knobs of his locker. I look around me as I wait for him. The sky is brighter than I've ever seen it, with the stars, and the sandy mountains look extra tall and smooth, sculpted like. Now that I know I'm not going to be trapped here anymore, it puts the whole place into a different perspective. It's a hell of a lot prettier than the flat, muggy swamp I crawled out of. Oh, you mean East Texas. Or, the South. I'm sorry, if you like it, good on you. That is not my homeland. My homeland has, hills and mountains and this thing called winter. There's this phenomenon where rain falls from the sky, but it, is solid. I think I'm beginning to understand why Nick was so down. Now that I think about never seeing this place again, I'm starting to come around to the rest of his friends. But there's places and people I'm leaving behind too. Will, Cynthia, not Cynthia, Dora, and the rest of the girls. Who's Dora? Is she the salamander girl or something? Could I just look it up? Dora the Smoke. I wouldn't think you would miss her too much. Oh, yes, I was like, you mean the lady of the hip? Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna miss Ethel. I guess that's the lizard girl. Or, salamander. I'll just have to make new memories wherever I end up. That's what life is like, ain't it? No. Huh? Inside the shack is quiet. I expect to hear shuffling or scrambling or something, but I just hear nothing. I yell at the door. Are you doing all right? Sorry, I was doing that thing where Homer Simpson would do that. Nick, are you doing all right? No. I wait for him to elaborate, but he doesn't. Well, what's the matter? No. Nick, what's wrong? No. He's not just yelling. He's sobbing. He's on the floor of the locker room, staring back at me, eyes wide and full of panic. I guess his helmet might be his, maybe a family tradition thing or passed on, or it could be like, hey, he's super afraid of the dark. Don't know, we'll see in a second. His chest is heaving faster than I've seen it move before. I look where he's looking. His helmet isn't there. Huh. Well, where'd it go? Then he screams. Wild, tortured screams. I've never heard him make sounds like this. It scares me at first, but then it makes me sad. No! Sorry, I'm not gonna be yelling. Nick, it's just a helmet. It's my light, Sam. Well, get you another one. They took my light. I hear grouchy voices rouse, and footsteps hit the floor. The hell? Fucking addicts, I swear. Shut that racket up. I quietly thank the stars that they didn't leave the gold nugget with him. I don't trust this place. Nick, we gotta get up. Nick is lying on the floor, or still lying, heaving, crying. The pupil of his eyes look bigger than I've ever seen them before. I think there's something actually wrong with him. He clutches his chest and seizes up. I don't want anybody to see him like this. I stand in the doorway. Another puma and an old squirrel squint at me, holding up lanterns. Fuck's sake are you? I'm one of the tenants. Who's making that noise? A different tenant. You see, someone took some things that didn't belong to them, and he's real upset right now. It was one of them hard hats with the lights in them. Maybe next time he'll keep it in the bank. That's the most unhelpful thing I've ever heard. Hard hats aren't the kind of things you keep in a bank, dumbass. Just give him some space, please. I'll keep him quiet. I know who took it. I know that voice. It's coming from behind me. Is it going to be the Labrador? Outside. I see a righteous grin. Rictus grin before I can make out the outline of the rest of his face. No, it is him. But I gotta warn you, because this gonna get real ugly. Ben looks at us with a forced kind of look that only comes from a man who doesn't really know how to restrain himself. Seems to be the way of things when you happen to show up. But I've only ever been gentle. Genial? He tried to hurt me. Twice. Bullshit. He's not denying it. He's not denying it in a way that sounds convincing, but he blusters on. Took you by the hand and gave you a newcomer's welcome and everything. That face right there, because like sometimes he'll look a bit grumpy there, and then it just kind of looks like, I don't know, this face. Then you throw in my face and try to make it look like a fool. All the while, you give thanks to these lazy union son of a bitches. He tisks and shakes his head. Grown man still blubbering like a baby. It's a sorry sight, really. There are people watching us through the windows now. I'm kinda glad for that. There's no telling what this man would do if he ever caught me actually alone. If nobody were here, I'd be looking for a weapon, bulging from his shoe or his pockets. Nick loves his hat. I feel so mad I could spit. You took it. He bares his teeth. Wrong. Then he slips into a lazy smirk. But I might have a hunch you did. Okay. Who then? Somebody who has access to his keys all night. He nods. Or somebody that has access to keys all night? Yeah. Like the tiger with the slanty eyes. Blah! I mean, I know these are animal people, but still it's like, like I'd believe that bullshit. Shit, eating prick. Ain't the most likely suspect to you? He starts laughing. You really think I got time to waste on something like that? I do. Now, why do you go saying something like a thing like that? Too stubborn to think there could be something in your group of commie buttfuckers who values the real world over lies and laziness? If you knew anything about the real world, you'd know I care about my friend. I don't care about any of this convoluted horseshit. You're the one who's here after all. Seems pretty clear to me you know where the damn hat is. Of course I do, you bum. I'm just the messenger. Should be thanking me, really. Okay, also, now he has those eyes. Am I right to say that? I don't know. He could come from anywhere. Where is it? Nick lumbers to his feet and advances on the dog. It's a lot quicker than you'd think for somebody his size. I see red in his eyes. Tell me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The boss is who's holding it, not me. Nick stops as worry crosses his face. The boss? James? He tilts his head and flashes me the whites in his eyes. No, not fucking James. Briggs, the real boss. You goddamn slow? Oh, right. I hardly ever see his face, that he keeps slipping from my mind. Where is he? At his office. This late? Whole operation's working overtime thanks to some people. Nick doesn't address that comment. He just starts walking down the gravel road towards the direction of the mine. Ben walks past me, cupping his paws to his muzzle, then shouts, You're welcome for the directions, big guy. Nick still ignoring him. He bumps shoulders with me, aggressively, as he walks in the direction that he came. Watch where you're standing. I try to shove him back, but he's already out of my reach. I don't have any time for you tonight. His walk turns into a jog as the gap between us grows, and he disappears into the alley shadows of some nearby cabins. Alley shadows. It's weird having shadows in this night, but whatever. I think I should go after Nick, even though he doesn't seem to want me to. That is one way to sow dissent. I swear I can read. I jump when I hear the tiger's voice, who shows himself emerging from the alley around the corner. I was worried you were somebody else. A practical thing to worry about. You grow more observant. What's the real reason Ben was here? The boss have a skeleton key. They have looked through our belongings during the daylight before. Men have been fired for their possessions. It is a good idea to keep a map of the mine in your locker. Wait, is it a good idea to keep a map in your locker then? I have a way to know if they find it. They have not. I don't have time to ask him how he safeguarded his drawings, but I haven't caught him in a lie yet. This is all reasonably believable to me. I look away, watching Nick slowly disappear down the long and open road. Hat isn't worth all this trouble. He knows tonight is the last opportunity we will have to get the gold. I thought we were getting it tomorrow. Or was tomorrow morning, in a way? You should watch over him. I don't think he'll go without that hat. Then I'll make sure he gets it back. The tiger smiles. And how? Good question. Hopefully, we'll just have to give the damn thing back. He'll just have to get the damn thing back. I lower my voice, but I'll swipe it if I have to. Not like it belongs to him, anyhow. I don't know. These people are mining people, so just saying. You know, bigwigs and CEOs and stuff. Good. Theft is the only action men like them understand. By their rules, they have only themselves to blame. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna prepare for tonight. In case we run into something we should not run into. You really think you can handle what's down there? I have a distraction, at least. But I don't think we should need it if we can get what we need and leave. I don't know if I'm really believing what he says, but it's not like we're going to leave that gold down there. If we want to get out of this town and stay on our feet for a while, we have to get this money. He gives me a rough pat on the shoulder. The touch surprised me, coming from him. I mean, we haven't touched each other before, just saying. It might have surprised him, too, by the look on his face, but he doesn't give either of us the chance to dwell on it, turning away and disappearing into the shack. I started to walk, the same gravel road that Nikolai walked, in the same direction of the mine. As I leave the shacks behind me, there's nothing on either side of me but the near endless expanse of the rock desert. But I can't shake the feeling that somebody's eyes are on my back. Somebody might assume I'm here to make money off their struggle. Hopefully not. That would certainly make me mad if it were me. Oh, like, scab? Mad enough to kill, maybe. It's not safe to be walking out and about by myself. But I won't be alone once Nick is back. I can see the light of the office on the hills in the distance. As I get closer, the crickets stop chirping. I feel like I'm being followed. The feeling like I'm being followed sneaks up on me again. But I can see very clearly, all around me, that there's nobody there. All I can do is keep walking forward until my feet hit the wood of the office's deck. The immediate presence of another person at this hour makes it just a little less daunting. It's a secretary. She's at her typewriter, typing away until she sees me. Can I help you? I need to know where my friend went. His name is Mr. Kroll. He's a big badger, even bigger than me. He's in the office with Mr. Briggs. I need to know what they're saying. She looks away from me and continues typing. That's a close conversation. Panic starts to take over. You're with Dimitri, right? She gives me a sharp look. So it's true then. But Dimitri's the big bear guy, right? Is she a mole? I know him. I'm with him. I really need to know what they're saying. For the first time, she takes her hands away from the keyboard. I can do as you ask. If you deliver a document for me tonight. To where? To the library at Town Hall. There's this man there who always stays late. I know him. She pauses. Then you should have some idea of how important the delivery will be. She points to the mail slot on the door. If you use a pen, Then there's enough of a gap to see without them hearing. Oh, okay. It through the mail slot through a door. I was like, how do you look at somebody with a pen? I walk up to her desk and quickly snatch the pen from a cup. Why are you helping me? I'm not. I just think no unsuitable industry has an inherent right to exist. Unsustainable industry has an inherent right to exist. Let's share a common goal. She gestures to the door. I crouch and use the pen to open the mail flap. I hear them better than I can see them, but I can find the right angle to see both the men. Briggs sits on with Nikolai's cap in his paw. He glares at it before it's setting on the table. Nicholas King is your name, yes? Nick's ears twitch as he scratches the back of his head, shuffling in his chair. Yes, sir. I see. Briggs puffs on his cigar and sits back, like he's thinking carefully about what to say next. The men, though, they seem to call you Nikolai Kroll. Want to explain why that might be the case to me? Yes, of course. Nicholas King is a direct translation of my birth name, from Lachia. They mean the same thing. The collie's neck stiffens as he exhales through his nose. Well, but they don't. Do they? Nick shuffles again. I do not know what you mean. It's pretty simple. If they meant exactly the same thing, then they'd be the same thing. You know, Nikolai sounds like as much of a Rus name as is Latchian. But you're a member of the USC now, aren't you? Yes, of course. And you wouldn't want a case opened presenting unpatriotic proclivities to the courts. Now would you? No, sir. Nicholas King sounds like a hard-working USSC citizen. But Nicholas Kroll? Why, a conspirator pops into my head before I can think of the actual accusation might be for the accusation. His eyes squint as he leans forward. Do you get what I mean? Nick pauses. Nick puts his paw in one of his pockets, clenching it into a fist. Yes, I get what you mean. Briggs sits back, bouncing against the back of his chair, paws folded up. Then, Nicholas King it is. He picks up the hat again. This hat wasn't made in this country, was it? Nick stares. Why do you say? Because it's pretty apparent from the glass canister runs 2 inches thicker than our standard hats. It's no burden to transfer gas from the cans of the company's suppliers to this one. I didn't ask if it was a burden. The larger cans increase the risk of a greater blast if you encounter pockets of gas. The metric... sorry, sometimes I need to collect myself. The metric of the gas canister container has never been an issue before. He clasps it in his hands and leans toward Nick again. Perhaps. But as new concerns arise, so do new conditions. Who brought you my hat? I can hear the ticking of the clock on the wall. It doesn't matter who brought me the hat. Nick stands. But it does. Somebody took this from my private locker. Take a seat, Mr. King. He resists for a while, but the collie stares back. Slowly, Nick slumps back into the office chair. I'm happy to remind you that those lockers and those houses are completely and irrefutably company property. If you're looking for the hand that confiscated your cap, just save yourself the trouble and consider it mine. But the hat is my property, sir. It's one of the very few things on this planet that is mine, and mine alone. And I'd like to have it back. Briggs takes a few more puffs of his cigar, head bobbing as if considering. Go ahead, and take it. Nick smiles. But if you choose to wear this hat on duty anywhere inside of my mines, then you can't work under CSCG employment going forward. Not that you're working much anyway, considering the strikes and your laws are posing. The reason we strike is your inflexibility. This cap has saved my life more times I can count. If you banish my cap from the workplace, then you're sentencing me to starvation or a deadly accident. The better we're treated, the more we'll want to help you succeed. The strike, the anger, the instability, it can all go away. We just need to have the money to feed our families and the dignity to have our lives, beyond just work. Breaks eyes. He pinches the bridge of his nose, then rubs the bags under his eyes. I have a much better way of dealing with this operation's immediate problems. For a migrant, you're an intelligent man, Mr. King. You have impressive technical school credentials and years of experience without making many mistakes or sustaining major injuries. But unfortunately, you, a great deal of the softer sex, and a few remaining pockets of Europa still seem to live in this naivete of a utopian dream. Do you know the secret most men who lead the industry in this country will never tell their subordinates? Tell me. You see, I value fairness in this most brutal simplicity by letting men know the truth. And the truth of this industrial age is a very simple one. Your life, or your death, at the scale in which we work, isn't just a competition between you and your another fellow. It's between you and 100 other fellows. By today's standards, to prosper with a family of 5, it is demanded that we slit the throats of 500 others. He smiles. Gently, of course. So, we do this as politely as we know how, as neatly and cleanly as your conscience allows. I don't bother re-educating my own mother on the matter, because she's quite happy to live as she does, thinking in her own golden rule way. And of course, unbeknownst to her, I've already taken care of her 100 alternatives. So, with that truth lying at my feet every day, do you really think I have the space in my head to give a damn about the life and death of a singular man based on his eccentric proclivities? To be frank, your odds of survival aren't good to begin with. But if push comes to shove, you should try to be one of the ones, and not one of the 100. And if hearing that makes you want to slit my throat, then I've already done you a favor. Get a new cap, and do better, sir. Or else, go home and starve. Nikolai stands, but says nothing. He takes his hat, he puts it on, and he starts walking to the door. Walking towards me. I'm still trying to process the shock of what I just heard, but my instincts are screaming for me to get up and move. They're coming. And I think with that, it's a good time to call it. My throat hurts. I don't know why my throat's been hurting recently, because I've been making videos recently. Because, my channel was, had a first strike. It do be like that sometimes. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. Whew. So, please comment. Guys, comment, comment, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like see it grow. And please like, subscribe, and check out every episode grown. Please remember to spay new animals so control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month. For this and other games. And until next time, I'll say, meet GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Sorry, I got hiccups, so thanks and see ya.